Acids and bases. What are bases? Our focus today is going to be bases. A base. A base is a solution that has an excess of the OH minus ions. Another word for base is alkali. Strong bases. A base that has a very high pH, range from 10 to 14. Weak base. A base that only partially ionizes in an aqueous solution. That means not every molecule breaks apart in water. They usually have a pH close to 7, which would be from 8 to 10 on the pH scale. Bases are compounds that break up into hydroxide ions in another compound when placed in an aqueous solution. If you have an ionic compound and you put it in water, it will break apart into two ions. If one of those ions is OH minus, the solution is basic. Properties of bases. Bases feel soapy or slippery. They will turn litmus paper blue. They react with most cations to precipitate hydroxides. They will taste bitter. Ever get soap in your mouth? Do not taste bases in the laboratory. Three models for acids. We have the Arrhenius model. Basis for the model: action in water. The acid definition for the Arrhenius model produces H ions in water solution. Base definition produces OH minus 1 ions in a water solution. Second model is Bronsted-Lowry model. Basis for this model is a proton transfer. The definition for an acid: it donates a proton or an H plus ion. Base definition is that it accepts a proton or an H plus ion. Conjugate acid definition: the acid becomes the conjugate base after it donates the proton because it can now accept that ion back. Conjugate base definition: base becomes the conjugate acid after it accepts the proton because it can now donate the H plus ion back. The Lewis model of acids. basis for the model is electron pair transfer. The acid definition is that it accepts a pair of electrons. Base definition, it donates a pair of electrons. Acid-base indicators. An indicator is a large organic molecule that works somewhat like a color dye. The most common indicator is found on litmus paper. It is red below pH of 4.5 and blue above the pH of 8.2. The chart here shows the colors of acids and bases with blue litmus paper and red litmus paper. Acids on blue litmus paper will turn red, and red litmus paper acids will stay the same color. Bases on blue litmus paper stay blue, and bases on red litmus paper will turn blue. Acid-base indicators, and specifically phenolphthalein. Phenolphthalein has an approximate pH range for color change 8.0 to 9.8. Color of acid form, it will be clear, and in the base form it will be red or violet. Acid-base indicator bromthiamyl blue, also known as 3' 3" dibromthiamyl sulfur ethylene. Approximate pH range for the color change would be between 6.0 and 7.6. So in the acid form it will be yellow, and in the base form it will be blue. And you can see the range. And for neutral it would be like 7.0, and there's a range there also. You can check the scale at the bottom of the page here. That was acids and bases. Thank you.